Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 2, presenting about the ethics on HRM, that is standard for human resource management that could deals with manpower planning and development, related activities on an organization, since it concerns human issue, especially those of compensation development, industrial relations, and health and safety issue. Before we start our presentation, we conduct a game. We ask a question about our topic and you can find the answer on the Scrabble words. The questions are: number 1. Have to distinguish between right and wrong and to act accordingly. Please identify the Scrabble words. Nice. That's ethics. Number 2. Can be understood its simple terms as employing people, developing their resources. Yes, that's human resource management. And number 3, putting on more stress on employees for increasing productivity. Correct. That is employer. And number 4, taking decision as per their convenience. Nice. That's employee. And the last one, number 5, is announcing and vacancies, not taking any action further. Great. That is government. Okay, let's move on and let's start our presentation. May I call on Mr. August Ansiro as our next speaker? Thank you.
Good day everyone. So today we're going to discuss about the meaning of HRM, ethics, and the ethics in HRM. HRM can be understood in simple terms as employing people, developing their resources, utilizing, maintaining, and compensating their services in tune with the job and organizational requirements with the view to contribute to the goals of the organization, individuals, and society. So, employing people means it's the process of recruiting and selecting the right people for the company. And developing their resources means after you select the right people, after you recruit the right people, you're going to train them before they start their job, their role in the company. And utilizing means after you train the people, you train the select employee, you're going to utilize them because of course after you put effort, time, and money to the people that you select, of course the company would use them to and will utilize them to perform their jobs to help the company reach their certain goals and maintaining and compensating their services in tune with the job. So maintaining and compensating means after of course the employee work, you're going to repay them, you're going to give their compensation. You have to do everything to maintain them because you put effort, you put time, money to the selected people, the right people. So you have to do everything to maintain them, and even if it means giving them promotions, giving them the bonuses, the appraisal to maintain them and to repair their hard work as an employee. Meaning of ethics. Ethics are those values which has been imbibed within an individual and reinforced externally that help him to distinguish between right and wrong and to act accordingly. There can be several sources of ethics like religion, organizational culture, legal obligations, etc. So, what is ethics? What does ethics means? Ethics are values that has been instilled to us when we were kids, when we were young. It is those values that has been taught to us when we were children. It helps us to distinguish what is right and what is wrong so that we would know how to act accordingly. And several sources of ethics are religion, organizational culture, and legal obligations. In religion, it teaches us what is good and what is bad. And in legal terms, legal obligations, when we do something that is bad or that is wrong, we will be punished. So, in legal obligations, it also helps us to prevent us from doing wrong things. Ethics in HRM. Ethics in HRM indicate the treatment of employees with ordinary decency and distributive justice. The ethical business contributes to the business goals as the employees will feel motivated and they will work with efficiency and effectiveness. Ethics in HRM basically deals with the affirmative moral obligations of the employer towards employees to maintain equality and equity justice. So why is it important to have ethics in HRM? Why is it important to have ethics in a company? It is important because it pertains with the relationship of employers towards its employees. It is important to have a good relationship between the two because if the relationship of the employer and the employees is not good, it will affect not only the company but also the people around them because it will be a domino effect if the employer and employees don't have a good relationship because the tendency is if the employees feel that they are not respected, that they don't receive what they deserve, chances are they will be unproductive, they will be lazy, or sooner they will resign to the company. So it is important to have a good relationship between the employer and the employees because if the employees feel that they are valued, that they are respected, that they are they receive what they deserve, they receive the right payment, the bonus, the incentive, they will feel motivated and they will be more effective and efficient in performing their jobs, and it will also be a domino effect that will also help others or help other departments to perform their job at their best, so that the goals of the company will be achieved.
Thank you, Mr. Maynard and Sira. Good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine Joyce Rodil Paus. I will discuss the areas of human resource management. The first one is the basic human rights. Human rights are the basic rights and freedom that belong to every person in the world from birth until death. Under of this is the like freedom of opinion and expression. According to John Milton's argument, freedom of speech is understood as a multifaceted right that includes not only the right to express or to disseminate information and ideas. The second one is the right to work and education. A quality education aims to ensure the development of fully rounded human being, and for this human right to work, there must be equality of opportunity, universal access, and enforceable and monitored quality standard. The last one is the civil and employment fight. An example is job security, also known as tenure or the state of having a job that is secured and from which one is unlikely to be dismissed. The second one, for the areas of human resource management, is the security in the workplace, assures the safety of the staff, security of assets, and the safeguarding of valuable information and the data of the members of the organization. For example of this is every company should have an environmental, safety, and healthy policy statement. The third one is the privacy. Privacy deals with the information that provided by the employees, assuring that all the information will keep safe and will not be spread out and used for unnecessary purposes. Privacy is the ability of an individual or group to seclude themselves or information about themselves and thereby express themselves selectively. The fourth one is the justifiable treatment of employees. This is an ethical of HRM people. It should implement strictly how employees must be treated equally as a human, as a citizen, or as an employee inside the organization. All workers have the right to receive the same treatment and not to be discriminated against on the basis of criteria such as their age, their disability, if they are disabled, their nationality, their race, and also their religion. And for the last one is the respect, fairness, and honestly based process in the workplace. Integrity plays a huge character. This is a trait that cannot be changed over time but can be enriched real time through experience, learning, and collaborating from different kind of possibilities. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principle, integrity is a highly valued, especially in leaders. And also, you always keep your word and you have to be honest because you will benefit and also your company, your organization if you will be honest to everyone. And that's all for the areas of human resource management. And for the role of HR in promoting ethics will be discussed by Ms. Charlene Quesada.
Role of HR in promoting ethics. Promoting ethics. As an HR, be a role model and be visible. Number 1. Improve recruitment and selection tests. Follow the recruitment policy that is identification of the recruitment needs, monetary aspects, criteria of selection and preferences. Next, follow the situational factors such as economic factors, social factors, technological factors, and etc. Next, selection must be in planned manner. Next, avoid illegal questions. Example for number 1 is, in recruitment and selection, every applicant is tested on what can they contribute to the company and assess it to the properly distribute to different departments. Number 2, conduct ethics training. It is a short-term process of training given to the HR of the organization to their work in adherence to the ethical code of conduct. The main advantages are increased productivity, higher employee morale, less supervision, less wastage, and etc. For number 2 example is, conducting must have the goal of much productive in the company. This can categorize depending on what is needed to a specific department. Number 3. Ensure that there are no pitfalls in performance appraisal. Performance appraisal should not be partially or biased in the attitude towards the employees. Example, everything should be favorable to everybody. Favoritism should not be the idea of evaluating. Number 4. Rewards and disciplinary system. For example, rewards can be monetary or gift system. This is sometimes gift cards and given to the employee who excel in a period of time or project. For example, diba kapag yung mga employee nakakatanggap sila ng incentive or bonuses, mas nagiging active sila, productive sa kanilang work. Ganun.
Number 5. Improve and facilitate two-way communication. This is in exchange for information and ideas. For example, in the production, the manager will give ideas to the employees and the employees can give idea or suggestion to the manager because they are the one who see or face the customer. Number 6. Avoid any kind of discrimination among the employees based on the certain factor like caste, color, culture, religion, and appearances. Caste is between the poor and rich, the educated and non-educated Filipinos. Don't discriminate their life status. About the color and appearance, for example, don't give a higher position or don't give a promotion if the employee is having a appearance or because their color. Promote them because she or he is a skilled worker or better in work, and give advantage in the organization. Promote them because he deserved the promotion. Next is about the religion and culture. For example, there are companies that held Christmas parties, right? Since it forbidden, and this is no Christmas party like Iglesia ni Cristo and Jehovah, or at parties inside the company, there are Muslim employees who do not eat pork, or other religions that should always be dressed or maintain her long hair, like dating daan. Number 7. Equal opportunities must be given to every employee for his advancement and development. There should be no discriminations when hiring an employee even with disabilities or old age. For example, in Mang Inasal or other food companies, they hire elderly people or persons with disabilities and treat them like a normal employee. Of course, everyone has a chance to grow and develop. In all aspects, everyone should have equal opportunities of man. Number 8. Measures should be taken for employee safety while working in the organization. Of course, as an HR, you need to ensure the welfare and safety of those who work in the organization, because all of workers desire to work in a safe and protected atmosphere. Health and safety is the key factor for all industries in order to promote the wellness of both employees and employer. It is duty and moral responsibility of the company to look after the employees' protection. May I call on Mr. Christian Gonzalez as our next speaker? Thank you.
Unethical practices of HRM. When we say unethical, it is a behavior that is contrary to our own principle as well as the principles admired in community we live in. There are common problems in employers, creating split union leaders, biased attitude in selection, transfer, promotion, etc., offshoring and exploiting cheap labor markets, child labor, reneging on company pension agreements, physical violence, coercion, longer and inflexible working hours, putting on more stress on employees for increasing the productivity, the use of disputed and dubious practices in hiring and firing of personnel. For the employers, it is unethical to accept unreliable applicants Personnel connection must not be included to the work matters. In accepting applicants, there are rules to follow, such as accepting those who were qualified with the position when it comes to all the concern of the company as well as the age, capability, etc. Another is looking down on your employees. Being inconsiderate is most, especially on working hours, putting stress on your employees, letting them do things unrelated with their job specification, also using physical violence, hitting your employees, and or using foul words. Lastly, is firing a person for such an invalid reason and hiring new employees with doubts. Next is the common problem of employees. The common problem of employees is false claim of personal details like age, qualification, etc. Producing fake certificates. Taking decision as per their convenience. For instance, you are applying for a position you are not that reliable. But because you really want that job and income, you will fabricate your credentials and everything just to meet the required qualification needed. Another is claiming the title you are not. Also, showing bad attitude toward your employers as well as your co-employees and disobeying rules and guidelines of the firm. Next is the government. Announcing and vacancies and not taking any action further. Functioning of government offices is not transparent and reliable. Selection committees will be excessively cautious of reservation, quotas, and possible court cases rather than gaining through the responsibilities. Government role is reducing year after year due to lesser employments in government sector. However, the unfair or unethical practices continues in government sector in following manner. Most of the time, the government selection gets stalled or delayed due to situation like question paper leakage or court cases. That's all for unethical practices of HRM.
And the last part of our discussion is about fairness and justice. What do you mean fairness and justice? It refers to the idea that an action or decision is morally right, which may be defined according to ethics, religious, equity, or laws. First, the organization must realize the intrinsic values of its employees. What do you mean intrinsic values? This is the actual task of employees in the organization practicing a particular job. For example, helping others and doing challenging works. Number 2, treat people with dignity, respect, and compassion to foster a trusting work environment, free harassment, intimidation, and unlawful discrimination. So meaning, no discrimination and harassment of employees when it comes to their workplace, and fair treatment of human being in the organization. Number 3, giving opportunities to the employees equally to develop their competency skills. So, when it comes to their work tasks, to enhance employees' commitment and satisfaction. Number 4. Bring in the feeling of owning the organization within employees so that the employees will be committed towards the organization. And number 5, laying down such policies and procedures which will ensure equitable treatment for all. So, meaning, fair treatment is an HR program or policy that ensures that all employees of an organization are given fair and equal treatment when it comes to implementing policies and procedures. Number 6. The individual goals on an employee must be streamlined with the organizational goals. Individual goal of an employee should not obstruct him to achieve the organizational goals. So, it's attract more employees wanting to work for the organization and the satisfaction in the workplace. And because of that, the organization get the most talented employees. Number 7. The organization must be fair and honest to its staff. Decision taken by the management must be ethical and legal. For the conclusion, ethics on human resources management concern with the difference between right and wrong. It deals with what an individual is doing, if it is good or not. The quality of the intention that gives the best result in every aspect. Follow rules is one of the best to achieve goals. The act of motivating one another to an organization will help each individual to do better. One another to an organization will help each individual to do better on their tasks and responsibilities. That's all. Thank you for listening.